As adults, we tend to try and do things on our own. We think that we can handle things. We do not seem to need any help, and we value our freedom. Some of us may not take too kindly if someone were to offer suggestions or advice. We think that we are capable or sufficiently knowledgeable to take care of ourselves. But sometimes we really do need help, but perhaps we feel reluctant or are too proud to ask. We think we know the answers, only to find that we thought we know what we thought we know may not be sufficient. This is especially true when it comes to our spiritual life. We may be praying or doing things or getting involved in church, but are we really growing closer to God? Are we changing to truly become a child of God, part of God's family? In today's gospel, Jesus reminds us, I tell you solemnly, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. And so the one who makes himself as little as this little child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Being like a little child does not mean being childish, but being childlike. Just like a child depends on his parents for guidance, do we depend on God and seek his help? Sometimes there are issues which we cannot resolve, and when we are stuck with such issues, are we willing to humbly and earnestly turn to God? Do we realize that our abilities and strength are limited and that God is all powerful and all knowing, omnipotent and omniscient, and that God could help us if we turn to Him? Let us make every effort to be like little children and let our loving God be our providence and guide.